Well, hello. Today, sticking with the theme of Moodle forum features, we're going to be taking a look at the slightly more administrative side of things. And by that I mean subscribing and unsubscribing to threads, choosing view and tracking settings. Then we'll do a quick detour and have a glance at general user preferences before winding up with the topic of forum notification management. And if you're ready, we'll begin. Okay, so let's just go and have a look at the page where all forums have been gathered together. If you remember from a previous video, the best, quickest way to find the forums is to open up the right-hand sidebar, scroll down a little bit, and under the title Activities, click on the hyperlink for forums, and there we go. In the very same space, we find all the forums grouped together, titled by category, grouped into categories. So general forums, learning forums, and here there are all the tasks which are so important for us, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm talking about the organisation, the administration of these. Now, while there's a possibility to subscribe or unsubscribe from all forums here, we're going to have a look at the preferences in our profile. So let's click on the account icon up at the top right hand corner. Go down, 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 hover over, there we go, preferences. Click again. And here under user account, we will actually find forum preferences listed as a separate item. So let's click it. And here we're inside the preferences relative to the forums, and we get to choose what we like best. Okay, now the first thing up is email digest type. Now, like digest, they're not talking about your digestive system. They want to know whether you want email notifications of single posts, so one email per post, or whether you want to save a bit of space, I guess, in your email account, so you can have no digest, which means a single email. So every forum post will get an email to notify you, or complete, so that's a daily email with which includes the entire posts themselves, or a daily email with subjects only. I'm going to go for complete. I want to know exactly what's going on. Then there's the forum auto subscribe. The subscription was the option that we saw on the previous forum page, but we can dabble with the settings back here on the forum preferences page. What are our options? Yes, when I post, subscribe me to that forum discussion, or no, don't subscribe me automatically to forum discussions. No, well, I like not having to worry about having a forum discussion forgotten. So if I contribute to that discussion, if I post in that discussion, I want to be subscribed to it and therefore notified. Okay. So the third option on this page refers to an experimental nested discussion view. I'm just going to leave it on no. I don't really want to be experimented on. And I'm going to choose my view of the forum threads from the page of the forum so that I know exactly what I'm getting. So it's easier to make sense of from an actual forum thread. The first option that you have displayed here is flat with oldest first. So that means that all the posts are aligned, there's no indentation, and they go from first post to the newest down the bottom. The second option is again flat, but this time with newest first. It's refreshing. So this time, this was the post that that was my last response to perhaps Lyudmila. In this thread, it's been moved up underneath the initial discussion post. We also have the option for threaded form. And threaded form looks like this. It's trimmed down, it's not the full post, it's the title and the author. The responses are indented in comparison to the responses to the responses are indented, whereas the responses to the initial post are not. And you can see my response to Dr. Nelly, my response to Lyudmila, and that's how it looks. But you're not getting an idea of the content of the actual posts themselves. Whereas nested form is perhaps the easiest to visualize. Here's the initial discussion post, the first response with my answer to that indented, another response to my initial video posting with my response to that. The text, the actual content is there, it's present, we can see what's going on. This one, in all honesty, is the one that I actually prefer. Now we're going to head on back to preferences, to forum preferences again. Okay, so we're back in forum preferences. We already said earlier on we were going to not bother with taking part in the experimental nested discussion view. The last thing I want to look at here is the forum tracking, two features. The first one regards the highlighting of new posts, of unread posts. The options are obviously yes or no. Do you want them highlighted, the unread posts, or not? Well, I would say that yes, that's having them highlighted is probably the best way of keeping track on them. The second option, or the second feature regarding the forum tracking, regards whether this highlighting of unread posts persists whether or not you are notified by email. So in other words, if you opt for mark the posts as read, if you get email notifications, the posts will not be highlighted as unread in the forum. If, on the other hand, this is kind of it's quite complicated. The wording is a little bit confusing. However, it's possible that you will want this option, do not mark the posts as read. That means even if you're getting email notification, the unread posts in the forum will be highlighted as unread. Probably the easiest way of keeping track on them. Otherwise, yeah, you might be getting information by email but not get round to actually reading them. So you're sure when you look in the posts, you can see all the highlighted unread ones, you know those ones need your attention. And the last thing we'll do on this page is obviously save changes. Okay, so we've accessed the preferences area via the account icon at the top right-hand corner of the page, and under the heading of user account, we took a look at the various forum preferences. Now, that's not the only aspect of your Moodle course that you can impose your own personal taste on. There's the option of preferred language and profile editing and calendar preferences and so on and so forth. Obviously, if we covered all of these items individually, this video would last a couple of hours. What we're going to very quickly take a look at is the second last one, notification preferences. Well, as you can see inside notification preferences, there's enough to keep you busy for an entire weekend. There's a multitude of options here, kind of mind-boggling. You could toggle half your life away. However, we're going to stick with the theme of forums. Where is it? Where is it? There we are. Forum. Here we are here. And therefore the notifications connected to forum posts and so on and so forth. We have, I need to scroll up to the top so you know why we've got all these columns. We have notifications divided into web, through the actual Moodle site, via email and via mobile device. Now I have to, if I open up here, you will see that I have no registered device. So although it's toggled on, for example, for assignments, I can't get anything via my phone because I haven't registered it. The email is the one that you have been signed up, you've been registered with. However, you do within this page get the option of expressing a preference regarding the format. Not desperately important, I wouldn't have thought, but let's just remember these columns. So of these three columns, the left-hand one is web, the central one is email, the one on the right-hand side is mobile. So let's go back down to forum again, and as you'll see, all three options have been toggled on. So web, email and mobile device, both online and offline for all three, for the forum subscription posts, to the digest, so the summaries, the daily summaries of the posts. It's all been turned on. Say I don't want the daily summaries, I could via email, I would untoggle them here, untoggle them, distoggle them, but you know what I mean. That is the option. So here you can set things up in a way that best suits your personal tastes. I am just going to leave things as they are because I'm lazy. Okay. Thank you for your attention, and we will be seeing one another very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.